And we want to bring in Ben Johnson on this. He's a lawyer who represents families impacted by the 2021 Oxford school shooting in Michigan. Ben, it's good to see you on this. Thanks for joining us. And let me ask you, the lawsuit against 100 officers, what do you make of this new lawsuit?
Well, I've obviously read this with great interest, and it sadly reminds me of what all of our families at the Oxford High School went through when that tragedy befell us here in Michigan. But my heart goes out to them. 19 fourth graders killed, 2 teachers killed, with 370 different responding officers, federal, state, and local. And you had 70 minutes, an hour and 10-minute wait before they went in to confront the shooter in the room where they knew he was the entire time. So my heart breaks for these families, and I obviously wish them well in their case.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I mean, there were parents who were behind that police line just screaming for
right?
something to happen. I mean, I have chills even as I'm talking about it now. We have seen multiple law enforcement officials step down after their response to Uvalde. Do you think more accountability is still needed in this case?
Absolutely. And one of the things that I commend the parents and their lawyers for doing, it's full and complete accountability. We've not even had that in the Oxford high shooting case in our tragedy because of governmental immunity. We're on appeal because you can't sue the government unless they say it's okay. And of course, they never say it's okay. So it's horrible. And what it does is it re-victimizes the victims. And these parents think, I sent my kid to public school. I thought he or she were safe. And I have to go and visit them at the morgue that same day after shooting. It's absolutely horrible, and full and complete accountability of anyone and everyone where the mistakes were made that could have prevented injury and death. All of us should be on the same page. That's what we all want. So I believe this is a really positive step and something that is needed in any type of tragedy like this, but especially ours here in Michigan at Oxford.
I want to ask you about precedents here, because I know your case in Oxford focused on the parents of the shooter. This one is specifically on the first responders. Do you think it's really fair to point the finger at 100 different officers who were on that scene versus just the couple of commanders who actually were giving those orders? Does this really put the onus in the future? What does it mean for future unfortunate shootings where other officers are going to have to step forward and buck command and say, listen, we need to go in now?
Okay, great question. Well, let's talk a little bit about what we're talking about. The parents were blamed in the criminal case, so they had a separate criminal case, as did the shooter. Those are now done. So in our civil case, although we initially sued the shooter and the parents, ultimately we just had, and what's before the appellate court here in Michigan right now is solely the school district and the various employees saying that they are all proximate cause. They are one of many reasons why these kids were shot, because they gave the backpack back to the shooter, never searched it when it was in their hands, and obviously knew that he was highly disturbed. In fact, they have admittedly thought he was, quote, suicidal. So we believe that accountability works. Here, when you're looking at 100 different officers, if their training was, as it certainly indicates in what I've read so far, that they need to go in and confront the shooter right away, no question about it. If you're being told and the superiors are saying you're not going in, then yes, the rank and file needed to go to the superiors. Someone needed to go to the highest authority below that person, if you will, or above that person, depending, say, we need to go in, we need to save those kids, and they needed to go. So it's an interesting, probably a very difficult dynamic, but it's one that needs to be done because that's what their training is, or don't have training. Don't call what you're doing training if you're not going to enforce it when they're actually in a real life situation.
There's so much to consider here. Ben Johnson, such a great voice to have in commenting on this story. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.